Holy shit. It was 3 foot earlier. Will I get through? Oh, I don't know. Christ almighty, look at it. Bloody hell. Say earlier, went down Pig's Lane, underneath that bridge. It was about 3 foot yesterday, and it's 4 foot today, so I've had to come this way to go home. And I'm absolutely bloody drenched. I've just done a all-day shift. And I just want to get home and have a nice bath and a coffee, you know, but every part of the Cuckoo Trail, Shinewater, Langney, Eastbourne, whatever, is just absolutely flooded. I don't know how I got through that. I'm so lucky my motor's halfway up the train. Don't see many people walking their dogs. Oh my god, there is. I don't think you'll get through down there. Really? No, it's about 1.5 foot. You come up to about there. I don't know how I got through it, to be honest.
How far down?
From the bridge to the end of under the bypass.
It's okay, we'll just turn around when we get there.
Yeah, I mean, you can hop on the back if you want.
It's fine, don't worry. Thank you.
See you later. Probably thought it was a good idea to let her know that I don't think she'll get through there. Not with trainers on. The dogs might like it. That was flooded. Now I know up here floods a bit, but considering that woman got through, I would say I'm alright now. The problem is, here in Langley, sort of this area of Eastbourne, it's notorious for flooding, especially when we have a lot of rain. So I wish I'd done a video of the bit underneath the bypass, which is it's normally about, I think, 12-13 foot from the floor to the top of the bridge. And 3.5-4 foot of that with water. Not even joking, I'm being totally serious. It's on the old new electric trike that's jammed in one gear for some reason. Doesn't go into any other gears, goes top speed about 6 miles an hour, I would say. Just put some new lights on it. But yeah. I mean, the back of this bike does look like the back of a boat. When I was going over that river, it looked like I was making bubbles from the propeller. See, down here normally floods, but it's not too bad really. But see, the problem is, I go down footpaths and that to get to work, which is fine when they're not flooded. But I go on the road with this thing that does about 6 miles an hour on a risk of getting hit by cars, so technically it's classed as an electric tricycle. It's only got a 200 watt motor on it. I think the limit is 250. So I'm going to get a bigger motor, a front wheel drive one that can go a bit quicker than this thing. I say get those gears done so I can actually have a proper ride where it's not agony on my legs. And so the problem is with this one is all the time you engage the motor, the pedals move, so meaning that you have to move your legs constantly like this. You can't think, oh, I have a brake and just let it do that thing, to its driving or whatever. I expect my partner's probably worried about me now, thinking, oh, where's Daniel gone? Hope he hasn't got stuck or something. But yeah, I mean, if you had bigger bike wheels, you might be alright, but you definitely won't under that bridge where I was earlier. And so it's well over 3 foot, I know, but probably even 4. And it could even be even more. I've never actually, I never measured it. I just took a couple of pictures and saw that it was like half, so yeah, probably more like 4 or 5 foot, I would think. And so it was flooded yesterday, and I managed to drive on the wall bit where kids normally hang around and smoke weed and all that. I managed to cycle along that, but the water had got to the point of that, meaning that if I was to slip off that ledge, I would have slipped straight into a bloody lake, drenched right up to my nipples, I would think, probably even more. And of course, it's not like this thing happens every year when it floods, apparently. I mean, I've only been down this way 1.5 years, 2 years, but apparently it's known for flooding around there. But, you know, Southern Water or whatever don't seem to take a lot of interest in it. We have all the leaves drop, and the leaves clog up the drains, and then when the drains are clogged, it rains, and then water's stuck there. And of course it don't help that there's a river that side anyway. I think it's called the Langney Sewer. It's not actually a sewer anymore, I don't think. Oh, I got stuck. Got stuck in the mud. Oh god, this thing's hard work. You know when you buy something and you think, oh, that's a great idea, that'll get me out of trouble. Well, it is getting me out of trouble. I mean, it is getting me home, but speed wise, not very fast. And as I say, the other problem is the fact that it's stuck in first gear. I would like to get it stuck into third gear. That would be more interesting and make it a lot more easier, I think. Until you get to a hill and then you'll think, oh, I wish I had it stuck in first gear. Probably could go on the road in a minute, to be fair. It really took me 8 minutes 50 seconds to get here from where it was flooded. Unbelievable. My old trike that I had used to take about, well, I went to Hailsham the other day on this thing. It took about an hour and 10 minutes. Normally on my old trike it took 20 minutes or so. So yeah. It's not designed for speed. It hasn't really got any power, to be honest. I mean, the two massive lead acid sealed batteries in the back make it as pointless as anything, really, because you're dragging the weight of the 2 batteries up a hill. And these days you can get a lithium-ion battery that weighs fuck all. You stick that on there and you can go 3 times as far. 3 times as fast, and you haven't got the weight. So I've bought some spokes to convert a 20-inch wheel into a 20-inch mountain bike wheel into a 20-inch e-bike wheel, and I kept the motor off one of my old trikes, so hopefully I can sort of get that on there and very soon be able to take the motor off the mid of this one. But I could keep the motor on here as a backup in case the front motor ever goes wrong, and I would technically have front and rear drive, because the motor drives the back wheels on this thing at the moment, and the motor kits that you buy on eBay drive the front. So technically you could have 2 throttle levers, rear and front wheel drive. But the problem with that is you'd have to keep those big NiCad lead acid batteries in the back as well. I don't know, I'll give it a try. If I can get it, if it works out as a 4x4 freak of a bike. I don't care. I think it would be hilarious to see how it handles. It probably handled quite well going up a hill, having the extra motor there, especially if you get stuck in the mud or whatever. You can just, you know, time it perfectly with both throttle levers and just pull yourself out of a problem, you know. I think that would work quite well. But the problem is it's all extra weight. I mean, you already, as it is, it's quite heavy, not to mention adding a 36 volt front wheel drive motor to the front and a 36 volt battery to the front. I think it's just going to make it even more heavier than what it is. So I don't know if it's a wise idea or not, really. And it may be. Not too sure. All I know is I just can't wait for this water to disappear. I mean, Christ, if they say there's a bloody hose pipe ban now, I think I'll scream. It wouldn't surprise me with this government. So I remember them saying there was a hose pipe ban. I really don't think there's a hose pipe ban now, to be honest. Yeah, this hill up here is going to be a challenge. I know it is because I did it on the way home from Hailsham the other day. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for it, and if I have to turn my phone off because I can't hold it, I think I'm going to have to go up here, I think. Oh. Yeah, no, I had to push it in the end.